our experience as a democracy all these years has been we have had no democratic dividends from anywhere. We found that like in 1971, 72, we were in the wrong house, as it were, as far as America was concerned. It was Pakistan because the China angle was there. Nixon was trying to get to China, and he needed Pakistan. And he was overlooking genocide in Bangladesh. And there have been other instances of a similar kind throughout that we felt that being a democracy didn't get us very far. So, do we surrender something for nothing? That's
interesting. That's a good question for Mr. Glenn Carle. Let's just throw that one to him.
It's meant for him.
Sure how to handle that. I would say that democracy, much as I would like to believe that I've devoted my life to serving it, is in U.S. policy decisions, specifically with regard to intelligence operations, but broadly speaking, irrelevant. The U.S. talks, and I'm not singling out the U.S. As in any way different than any other state, but the nature of the regime that the U.S. deals with or tries to foster or support is secondary to the national interests of the United States. This is simply true with every country. So, and you can look at this. This has been empirically measured quite closely by a professor named O'Rourke at Boston College, looking at covert action operations of the United States since 1945, and that a nation be a democracy is actually irrelevant to U.S. policy. What counts is the perception by the U.S. leaders of the moment of U.S. national interest, which makes the United States a totally normal state. This is how all states act. So it's nice that India and the United States be democracies, but in the decision-making process for both states, that really will take a second role to how can India leverage the United States? How can the United States leverage India with respect to the rise of China?